Oh, welcome back. This is part 2 of day 3, and this time we are going to get rid of some of the stumps, we hope. I'm going to come out of cab to do this. Everything's going to be easier on this out of cab. Now we want to start that up. Let's hope we can actually drive over some of these. No, we can't. Well, we might better do. Let's just lift now. This one is a bit too tall for us to drive over. So I'm going to have to come in from behind. Right. I want to try and get the stumps ground in this session. Not to say we will, but we want to try and get them done. And then next one we can go and get ourselves a plough. I think I will get one of the Massey ploughs. It looks like the best bet. Still won't. No, I have played with this a bit, but I used the International Harvester, the IH, and that was a little bit shorter, a little bit taller tractor. I think a little bit more ground clearance at the back, but just to remember I have to back onto all of these. That's not so bad. I'm going to cut about at least two fields from this time. The idea is I'm going to make them small fields to start off with, then of course when we get going, get bigger equipment, we can combine the fields. But what I don't want to do is make it so I've got to use more conventional equipment right from the start. The idea is we're using quite unconventional stuff. I will learn to speak one day, and that I'm going to use a lot of the stuff from SOB for this. I think they're all. Oh no, there's a stump I can see, I think, in here. Mind you, if we can get rid of this, that would be a help. Now, might as well. Got one or two bits like this I'm not really worried about, so I'm going to just attempt to grind them down. Not quite as a relaxed play style as I normally have. I'm having to think on my feet all the time, which isn't easy. I don't think we're going to get this one properly. No, that's it there. I've got a feeling there's a stump in here somewhere. It's a case of where. It may well be on that lot just behind us. Perhaps not. We better. Oh, we'll leave that for now, and then we'll back up onto this one here. And we're going to have all the sawdust to collect and sell. And once we've got that done, I shall get the taller or the bigger sides on the trailer, so we could use that for a bit more stuff. Although we have got to go and get fertilizer. Come on. I think it's one of those ones that don't want to actually go. You find them now and again, they just do not want to grind down. We've got all the trees this side still to do. They will get done, but we'll get a field going first, because my idea is to cattle gone as soon as I can. Now, can we actually drive over this one, or is this another one where it's going to get caught? Yeah, it's another one that's going to get caught. There just isn't the ground clearance. 4 o'clock. Now I want to try and get these done, and hopefully the sawdust cleared up, and if we've got time to go and just pick up a plough, so we're all ready on the next episode to start ploughing. Find the right place for this. Now and again you get one which just does not want to go, and I think we've got one there that's not keen on coming from a different way. The trouble is, when you get one like that, playing 15 times doesn't give you a lot of time to put things right. Especially on something which is way out of my normal comfort zone, i.e. playing around with forestry. Oh, I suppose it will. No one would don't. No, we still ain't got it. Sometimes you have to take a slightly different angle to get it to go. Well, mind you, we're going to get a lot of sawdust out of this one. Not that it's worth a lot. How we do now? Oh, 46 days before we need maintenance, plenty of time. Well, looks like we might have it at last. There can't be that many more left now. He said hopefully. I don't really want to be doing this when it's dark. The lights on the masses are fairly abysmal, as you'd expect for the time these were built. I remember having motorcycles in the 70s, and shall we say the lights were a bit like a dead glowworm. I much prefer the lights now on the modern bikes. Five o'clock and all is well. Let's just back off down there. Oh yeah, there's another one here. I want to keep the stump grinder attached while we just go and pick up the sawdust, just in case I find another one there. We'll switch it off and lift it now then. Get in there because I want to be able to line this thing up. Wish me luck. Looks about right. Well, I ain't really gone back further enough. Oh, I've done it anyway. Don't want to go into the forks there. This will be quite a short one because the night's going to fall. What I will just do is take the tractor back to the house. It's just, I've never used this mod here for sorting out how far you are out for the level of your fork, and, well, in this case bucket. Oh, what's your head? Well, it's still, it's better. It still needs a little bit of work because it depends on what you're using, it seems. That's one load already. I might have a couple of trial loads here. We're getting a bit closer, makes sense it does go in. That's about 50 odd to get it somewhere near the ground. That's better. All that little bit of wood, I'm going to chuck it in the trailer so we can just sell that when we take this off to sell. That's another load. Around in these mountains around here somewhere, that's my good mate's Pieces 7 and another good friend Elwin, who is also farming this farm. That is the maker of the map, but so it's quite a busy area. I think we just this is where I could do that partridge I'm using on some of the other series just to pick this up. It'd be so much quicker. Mind you, I need a bigger tractor. I think we must be almost full on this. No, it's not almost full, we are full. Right. I wonder if will we hook that up? Can we just chuck this in the back, or will it take it? Not worth a sight. 20 pounds most probably, but not a lot more. Oh, I was in there. So that's better. Oh, because I'm going to have to drop this now. Let's just drop that down near the hedge as I do, or near the fence, out of the way. Oh, wrong end. Oh, get the right one. That's it. Get back in cab. And it's starting to get dark. I don't think we're going to get much more done today. Isn't that a surprise? We might just be able to get this down and get one more load done. Remember that we have got a load in the front here. Let's come round this way. I've still got to check where the eggs are sold, but we've got a few on us now. There's a whole load more there. I'll get those later. I don't want to get them now. I'll get hopefully back here before it turns fully dark, so I can actually scrape another trailer load up. I won't sell it today, that will be on the next one. It looks like the next one will be clearing the rest of the sawdust. There's nothing going to come from that way, is there? One there, I should better beat him out. I can. Well done. Mind you, it doesn't say it's actually full of wood chips, but I wouldn't tip any more at the bucket, so I'm going to guess it has to be. I better put some lights on, and the beacons. Not used to running stuff this age with beacons on. Alright, the rest of the equipment, I know what I'm going to do. Baler's going to be a John Deere, I think it's model 30. The John Deere tow along harvester. The case was an IS corn picker for the maize. And there'll be some of the stuff from the Massey pack. The John Deere mower will also be used. Let's see if it's just, yeah. Oh, better than I thought. Just gonna come out of cab with me. Oh, we're not gonna get any more done tonight. I think that's fairly certain. What I might do is just go into the shop, take it a loan, and borrow the money to get the stuff and have it up at the shop. At least we can do long distance ordering, sort of mile order type thing. I wish I'd have leveled this thing up. I'm making a real dog's dinner. This you always do when you're in a hurry, when time is against you. Well, I always run mine fairly slow paced. Just take that out. Take that out. Tip. Get in the cab and spin around to empty the bucket out in there. I hope you can bucket tip into this. You can see it's only getting hard to see. The lights on this, I find my eyesight fairly hard to see anything. Oh, it's not too bad. Oh, yeah, that's worthwhile. It's only 7 o'clock, and as far as I'm concerned, it's too dark to work. The lights on this are not good enough to work, and at least I find them not good enough. You of those with younger eyes will probably disagree, but and I'm not going to try and change the gamma settings for the graphics just to brighten everything up. This is a challenge I set myself. It's not really a OldGuyFarmer's challenge. It's based on it. This is a challenge to myself, just to see if I can do it really from scratch and in a hurry. Normally mine, yes, I set myself little targets, but they're never quite this bad. No, there's the problem I have. There we are. Now we park this up just outside the house. here. Get out and put the light. Take my flashlight with me. Find out where the eggs are. Then we have a look and see what we're going to be buying. There we are, eggs. I think we must have quite a number now. At least we would have if we picked them up. Let's have a look, see how many we've got. 57. It's a barber too. Right, get back. I think I'll make this my screenshot for this one. So I find, see if I can get one with the tractor actually in the picture. There it is. Night time. Do right. Oh, wrong button. Right, let's sit on the porch and just sort out. I think we can actually fast night. But I'm gonna see what we've got. Five there. So I'm gonna just borrow another 10,000. See what we can get or what we need. Well, first thing I need is another tractor. I already know which one I'm getting. I'm getting one of these. Now the fun is going to be getting down there to pick up. I'm going to have to walk there, but wheel set standard, wheel wide standard. I think and that's cheap enough. It's only 6,000. Not very powerful, but it doesn't have to be powerful for what I need it for. And I need it for baling technology. This baler. Buy. I know I want harvesting equipment. I think it's under here. Yeah, there we are. We want this. And we're also going to want this, but I can't afford that just at the moment. I have to wait until we get another load. Or what we could just do, I suppose we're here, if we can see well enough. No, I don't think we can see well enough. I'm going to leave that. I was going to think about taking that into the workshop, but it'll be reverse at night, and it's not going to be any fun doing it. So let's see if there's anything else we actually want. We will want a manure spreader, but not yet. We do need a fertilizer spreader. Can't afford that at the moment. Well, we could, because there's all plough we need. We definitely need a plough. Whatever else, we've got to be able to afford that. That's 2 metre, 88. 80, I think. Oh, tractor's more than man enough. Yeah, 95. Right, we just borrow another 5,000. And we will buy the plough. We have this one slightly wider than that. Chisel plough, do nicely. And it's a bit older than the other one. All the more reason for buying it. And cultivator. We will need a cultivator. What have we got in cultivators? The Massey again. 6.5. Can't afford that at the moment, but we will have to have that. And cedar, of course, we want. Now, this is the one thing I'm going to have a problem with. I can't disconnect this. Oh, I haven't been able to. So I'm going to have to reset this every time I want to take it off. But we will buy that as well. And we will want. We will get a pallet of seed. We do that now. And a pallet of fertilizer. And I think that will do us. So with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. If you're not subscribed and wish to see more of this little challenge of trying to actually build a farm from absolutely nothing, feel free to subscribe, and I will be doing this twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays will be Blickling, Fridays will be back in time to FS15 and Old Ridge Farm, my very long running series on that. And any comments, questions, queries, or anything else you wish to post, feel free to write them in the comments column. I read every one. Excuse me. And with that, it's me saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.